6.63 kilos. No pedals. Here we go. This is the Alpha SSL 6.9. We're up at Norton Summit. This is the line just there. You can see the QRM. This is where the Strava segment is. The big tree, the letterbox. There's a house here. Little flags, this sort of thing. Boom. Generally, I go to the Stubby Pole. That's where the official race line finishes. So whoever gets the Stubby Pole first is the champion. Who's the Alpha of Norton Summit. Now, speaking of Alpha, this is the Alpha Madone. This is probably the best Madone they ever made. This is basically the original Monda. So let's talk about this. This is a US made, Wisconsin apparently, hand built in Waterloo, USA. One of the last treks to be made out of USA. Not that that means much. The Chinese stuff works really good. And this could be a Chinese frame with who knows what the story is of the labels, but it rides really nice. This is Madone. I got this for $1,450 Aussie, a Facebook marketplace, super cheap, hardly been ridden. This would be a $10,000 bike back in 2012. And basically it came with pedals, Ultegra. I sold those for 100, so that dropped it from $1,450 to $1,350. Came with the saddle as well, different saddle, which I could sell for about 100. I put a Bontrager Montrose saddle on there with a slammed position. That's just my personal preference there. We've got a few spaces under the head tube, we can drop that. I was just sort of first ride impressions today. It is a H1 fit, meaning it's got a short head tube. Trek did these in 3 fits. The H1, which what we have here, the racy short head tube, the H2, a bit more upright, and the H3, which is very rare. It's even taller head tube, and a bit shorter reach. This is before they had the Demanes out, sort of thing. But yeah, this is the deal. It comes with a 5339 crank set, beautiful condition. I'll probably get rid of that because I prefer compact. Look at the condition this is in. It's basically probably used on a home trainer. And I can tell because it's got a few scratches. This guy, the guy who had this bike didn't obviously know what he's doing because he put it in the train and scratched it. On the other side, it's got scratches as well. Otherwise, it's in fantastic condition. But that's what you get. You get these bikes. They're sort of purchased by corporate mammals who don't really know much about nutrition. They don't ride the bike hard. They think they're going to buy a Lance Armstrong bike and become a lean racing machine, but they don't know how to eat properly. They eat lots of bacon and stuff. So they make a great customer or purchaser, seller rather, whatever you want to call it. It's fantastic. So this bike's in very, very good condition. It's the OCLV. I think this is called the Hex SL 700 series carbon, which again doesn't really mean much, but it is super light. It weighs, I think, 6.6 something on the scales there. It's got the Mavic Cerium ES, which came out in about 2007, and it marked the anniversary, actually 2006, because the helium, remember the old heliums back in the day? They came out in 2006, 1996 rather, and so it marked the 10-year anniversary. So it has a red anodized hub. It still has the crappy Mavic internals, but for now, because these wheels were virtually brand new, they're still good. Interestingly enough, the front has had the front rim replaced. This is a Cerium SL rim, and it is a 2002 model rim. So it's got the ES hub, ES spokes with an SL rim. So I'm not sure what happened. Maybe the guy hit a rock or blew out something or did something, crashed it, whatever. But otherwise, this bike is in great condition. It's got a Conti 4000 GPSS, GP 4000S front tyre, 25mm. It's got the Bontrager XXX fork, which is a very, very light fork, and I have pulled it out. I've inspected it, ran the torch over it, and it's in great condition. It just really is in fantastic condition here. Putting my little Cat Eye BM45 mirror on there, which is just fantastic. I love this thing, you know. It's just a fantastic thing to have for pacing and racing. The shifters as well, hasn't even been dropped. Look at that. It's just been used on an indoor trainer basically. So the old 7900 shifters, they go great. It's got a blade axle handlebar, which I've stripped back and had a look for cracks. It's all good. It's got a little stem there. I can use that. And yes, got the Dura 7900 brakes on there, which work really good. Such good condition. Such good condition. Original cables, everything. There's a little bit of a split in the housing just here. We can touch that up, but that's fine. We can trim that back. It's a fantastic little rig. This is the Alpha Madone. Super light, super aggressive. Makes you want to smash the climbs, and it grows fantastic. Things to look for in these bikes: they are very lightweight. This is probably about 800 gram frame, and so they can crack very easily if you do crash them. They can crimp easy here if you do them over tighten. It did have a little mark at the back, but not too big of an issue. The forks are very light. They're like a 320 gram fork once they're cut down, so you've got to be careful with that. These come with these This SSL came with a really shitty Bontrager plug, which is just very, very shallow. So we've dropped out a Colnago one, so that goes down deeper there. So a bit more protective of the stem. Adds a bit more weight, but safety first. So there you go, that's the deal there. That is the Madone. That is the Madone. I always wanted one of these, but they were 10 grand back in the day before I was making stupid money on YouTube, and I couldn't really justify it. But now they're going cheap, between 1,000 Aussie and $1,500 Aussie on Facebook Marketplace. This is fantastic condition. I'm 183. I'm running about a 74 centimeter center of BB, top of saddle, sleek sand forward. That's my setup. I run midfoot cleat, and it works for me. Anyway, that's the deal. That's the Madone. What a beautiful bike. Here. The sofa smells like koala piss. Literally. These bikes are fantastic. I love how sprightly you feel on them. I love how you just don't want to launch on them. I call them alpha bikes because you get on these bikes and you just feel alpha. I don't care your fitness ability, don't care if you're, you're overweight or if you're on weight or whatever. You jump on these bikes and with your right seat height and stuff, man, they just launch. They just make you want to go hard. And I've tested this theory out on so many of my girlfriends over the year, so many of my friends over the year, and I just chuck on a lightweight bike, and they just start riding more aggressively, more sprightly. They're basically, oh man, how can I say it? Just everybody deserves to ride a $10,000 bike. Not a $10,000 bike today, but one of these super bikes from back in the day when they were sub 7 kilo. I should say sub 7 kilo bike. They just roll so nicely, and once you've got the gears tuned in, derailleur hanger straight, they just, oh man, there's something about them. Only those who have ridden a sub 7 kilo bike know what I'm talking about. They ride so nicely. Today I actually sold one of my giant bikes, the Giant Defy SL Advanced Disc, which is a fantastic bike, a great bike, super stiff, fantastic handling, but I just had enough of the dead weight feeling of hydro discs. I live in a very dry climate. I don't need disc brakes on my road bike. If I want to ride disc brakes, it'll be from a mountain bike or my gravel bike. When I'm doing road, I don't need discs. I've got some decent levels of skill. I'm not a pro, but when it comes to braking, I do know how to pull up well enough, and I live in a pretty dry climate, so these rims work fantastic for me. That's my invitation to you, is go get a 7 kilo bike, sub 7 kilo bike, no pedals. Obviously put some pedals on there to pedal it, but just the feeling these bikes give you, it's, I've been racing for, since 1997, and by definition of racing, I mean doing crits or road racing or flogging my mates up here or getting flogged up Norton Summit. That's to me is a race, and these bikes inspire you to race. And if you're racing, whether racing up your mates up here or racing with an official race, or whatever you want to call it, but to be honest, this is the most fun, isn't it? This is really the most fun when you're racing your mates or your Instagram enemies up Norton Summit. This is the best, man. This is, nothing beats this. Just bragging rights up Norton Summit or whatever. Some days you're the hammer, some days you're the nail. But this for me is the most fun. It's just fun. This is real racing. It's pure. There's no sponsor pressure. There's no, it's just mano a mano. It's the best. So I encourage people to get involved into racing up hills and get on these sub 7 kilo bikes, and it'll transform your mentality. It'll transform your lifestyle. It's just fantastic. And don't be a cliquey, pretentious roadie wanker. Have fun. Sometimes you get beat, sometimes you beat others. Whatever it is, it's all good in the hood. But don't be a pretentious roadie wanker, passing people, not saying g'day, or just ignoring people because they're not wearing a Rafford jersey or they're not wearing a POC helmet or whatever. Road cycling is very, very pretentious. It attracts pretentious tosser roadies for whatever reason that is. I try not to be that. Today I'm wearing shorts, I'm wearing mountain bike shoes, I've got a cut-off jersey, I've got a mirror on my bike, and I'm always out there to say g'day, and I'm always out there to race as well. So if you see me up Norton Summit, let's battle, let's race to the top. Whoever wins is good. Whoever doesn't win, whatever. But it's all good fun, all good fun. But anyway, I'm not even on any stims right now, I'm just buzzing. Good fresh air, back in Adelaide. Twitter coming on. It's the first day of the year, January 2020, January 1st. It's like, man, life is fucking good. Sober reality is where it's at, and just feeling fit, feeling gratitude, feeling appreciation for being out there. And that's what I tell people, man. He's like, you can have all the success you want, but look at someone like Robin Williams. If I can waffle on a little bit longer, let's have a quick waffle on Robin Williams. Remember Robin Williams, the guy he hanged himself, the multi-millionaire, the super celebrity. Like, Robin Williams was iconic level of celebrity, that not many people in the world could understand the level of fame that Robin Williams had. He could go to any country in the world and be recognized by people from ages 10 to 80. This guy had next level fame. One of the most famous, most loved people on the planet because he made people laugh. And the dude killed himself because he couldn't make himself laugh. He ultimately failed. He had so much success. He became the most famous actor in the world. He was winning Grammys or Emmys or whatever it is, Oscars, as the funniest actor and as the most serious actor. And he had a TV show, the world's most popular TV show. And you know, Mork and Mindy, he did crazy stuff. But he didn't have gratitude. He didn't have appreciation. He just focused on achievement, achievement, achievement. Gonna make people laugh, okay, it's achievement. But he didn't have any appreciation for life, his own life, you know. He had the family, the wife, the multi-millions, more fame than anybody can really imagine. But he lacked appreciation. He lacked gratitude. So it doesn't matter how much fame or fitness you got. If you go up north and summit in 2 minutes, it doesn't really matter. If you don't have appreciation, if you're just living purely for achievement and expectation, then you fail. You failed massively. So if you have that appreciation for the moment, for whatever you own, or whatever you don't own, if you just have appreciation for the moment, have gratitude that you're alive another day, then you've won. You've fucking won, all right? So I give you all my fitness tips and bike bargain tips, and that's all fantastic and hunky-dory, but really, end of the day, man, you could be dead tomorrow. So if you're hung up on little banters online, or your bike's not durace, or blah, 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 your bike's 8 kilos, I can't be satisfied till I have a 7. No. If you're going to be satisfied on a 15 kilo bike, you won't be satisfied on a sub 7 kilo bike, all right? Be satisfied on a 15 kilo bike and let that satisfaction go, you know what? I want to get a sub 7 kilo bike. But either way, if I do or don't, I'm still going to be grateful. I'm still going to appreciate the joy of riding my bike. But what's durianrider on about? Can you see what I'm getting at there? All right. We constantly chase. Oh, I'll be motivated when I get a better bike, blah, blah, blah. If you're not motivated now, well, these things help you motivation, no doubt. But motivation comes from within. All right? Because look at this bike. This bike's a perfect example. And I always bring it back to cycling as an analogy, because cycling's such an amazing teacher. Someone bought this bike. This is one of the best bikes in the world ever designed, ever made. Better than the 2019. This is better than any Trek bike on the market right now. Brand new. You could walk into the Trek dealership and you couldn't buy a bike this good anymore. These are unreal. So the person who owned this bike beforehand, you know, this bike wasn't ridden, it wasn't appreciated. It was just whatever, you know. And the guy was a total grumble bum. Total grumble bum to deal with. That's another story, but it's just an example. So you can have this bike, but still not have the head game going on, all right? So have appreciation, have gratitude, switch out expectation for appreciation, and watch your life fucking transform. Anyway, that's the waffle. Appreciate you letting me waffle on to you again. We'll see you tomorrow, January 1st, 2020. Another year. Make it count. Make every day count. Make every hour count, because you never know when it's your time to go. Enjoy life, gang. See you on the road.